Hi there. I won't waste too much of your time. Well, a lot of you have seen my acting videos, me acting. Though I'm not a big man, I haven't too much things in my filmography. But then again, I'd like to share this with you. I'd like to take you back to my kitchen, where things cook up. How do actors practice? Like, this is my practice scene. This is how I work out with things when I'm not acting. How I read. How I persist on with the script. Now, coming back to the most important ingredient of an actor, reading. Taking you back to my school days, I started reading it aloud, because if you do not do that, like, you won't get to understand the scanning. Reading it like, how shocking, it's shameful, messy, it's a shame, this is lifeless. I repeat, this is lifeless. So, you need to understand the scanning, you need to understand the pauses, the high notes, the crests and the troughs, every single wave pattern you need to understand. And you need to develop that. How do you develop that? By reading it loud. That's it. Normally I do it standing, but I do not have a tripod right now, so I prefer reading it sitting over here. So, how do I do this? Raskolnikov spoke aloud and pointed to him. The gentleman heard him and seemed about to fly into a rage again, but thought better of it, and confined himself to a contemptuous look. He then walked away slowly, another 10 paces away, and again halted. "Keep her out of his hands, weak hand," said the constable thoughtfully. "If only she'd tell us where to take her. But as it is... Missy! Hey, Missy!" He bent over her once more. She opened her eyes fully, all of a sudden, looking at him intently, as though realizing something, got up from a seat, and walked away in a direction from which she had come. "Oh, shameful wretches, they won't let me alone," she said. Waving her hand again, she walked quickly through staggering as before. The dandy followed her, but along another avenue, keeping his eye on her. "Don't be anxious. I won't let him have her," the policeman said resolutely, and he set off after them. The wise one says nowadays," he repeated aloud, sighing. At that moment something seemed to sting Raskolnikov. In an instant a complete revulsion of feeling came over him. Hey, here, he shouted after the policeman. The latter turned around. Well, let them be. What is it you do? What is it to do with you? Let it go. Let him amuse himself. Then again, this is not happening. Well, let them be. What is it to do with you? Let her go. Let him amuse himself. He pointed at the dandy. What is it to do with you? The policeman was bewildered and stared at him, open-eyed. Raskolnikov laughed. "Well, ejaculated the policeman with a gesture of contempt, and he walked after the dandy and the girl, probably taking Raskolnikov for a madman or something even worse. Now, one major thing to note over here is that I made mistakes because I'm reading it out for the first time, Crime and Punishment, Fyodor Dostoevsky. So, you do make mistakes when you read, but it's important that you get to the scanning, you rectify the mistakes, you keep on reading that. That's how you practice. That's how you get to understand the scanning procedure actors must do before acting. But then again, who the hell am I? I am not a big man, not a big actor. I haven't acted in many things, so